Happy New Year, everybody. It's Ricker and Bond coming to you live from the lawn.
Hello, Governor. It's going to be a great new year. My resolution is to have a British accent by the end of the year, so I'm going to start practicing.
Just like an accent that you don't think about, you just now have a British accent?
Yeah.
You think that's hard to do? Can I have a different accent than I have now?
Maybe if you like practice.
Yeah.
Practice, and then you'll get used to it. Just watch a lot of Harry Potter and a lot of James Bond.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Enjoy your life. Thanks for hopping into Ricker and Bond for how many ever years you have been listening. Enjoy the episode. It's probably the best one yet.
That's right. Enjoy.
How come you don't want me? You know that new style you're looking for? If you want to keep going, I will keep going tonight. What's up? Hello. What cool is that?
Can't beat the fucking Clippers. Y'all make me sick with this shit.
Well, listen to this.
Politicians are a lot like that. They should be changed frequently for the same reason.
Yo, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to listen to Ricker and Bond.
We find it now.
Protect your cities.
You're only getting older and it gets harder. You said it wasn't love, but wasn't on his job. You got your whole paycheck to say you'll get through. I don't wanna keep you down. A nigga wanna raise you up.
The drums come in eventually?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Deep in there.
I really let it go, you know, because I wanted it. But Brent, dude.
You would have been fed well too. There were some like Phil Collins type drums. It's beautiful.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Well,
the beat really outdid his voice on this one.
Who was it? Brent Fias.
I don't know. Let me say.
You know, you could follow or text Brent Fias at 1-443-637-6100.
Yes, Brent Fias. This song was produced by, I hope my
Michael Jackson's Ghost.
produced by Brent Fias, Siamtrax, and D-Pat and A2. D-Pat sounds familiar. I think he's the Sonder guy.
Any of them.
Yeah, he's the Sonder producer.
Oh. So he is Sonder.
Yes.
Oh, snap. Well, congrats, D-Pat, on being Sonder.
Of course, he has to have the profile picture that's super mysterious, super shadowy.
Can't see his face, dude.
Can't see his face.
What are you on Genius?
Yes.
Gotta be on Genius.
Gotta be on Genius, dude.
What's up, everybody? Ricker and Bond. Happy New Year. There's no possible physical way you could hear this not in a new year.
Yes.
You could be in like a 2023 perhaps, but there's no possible way you could hear this in 2021.
It's 2022.
That's pretty crazy.
Coming up on the 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 6 years? 5 years?
Coming up on a half decade of doing a pod.
Damn, has it been 6 years? Or 5? No, it's been 5. Almost 5 years of broadcasting on Ricker and Bond. Never been more committed to anything in my life.
It's a long run, dude.
It's a long one.
Shout out the Day One DRH cats. Shout out your boy in Norway. Shout out that one chick that just really ghosted the pod, you know, got a shirt and then just said later.
What about that lady that used to call in all the time?
Oh, dude, her too. She's probably well. I forgot her name. She was cool. Shout out her. Shout out Homegrown Wealth, Discord. Big ups. And everybody listening.
Shout out everyone listening. Hope you're having a good new year. Anyone got any New Year's resolutions for the class they would like to share?
Well, my mom said she'd like to stop drinking less.
She wants to stop drinking less?
As a joke.
So start drinking more?
Oh, snap. I said that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Stop drinking less. You know, it's really just ruining everything if you drink less.
Also, rest in peace, Betty White, someone who probably could have drank less. I'm just kidding.
Was she a drinker?
I doubt it. She probably just drank water, maybe some tea with some honey.
I hear she was a couple days out from being 100.
She was almost there. She almost made it.
Weak-willed, dude. Come on.
Yeah, like why are you gonna stop at 99%?
Come on.
You know,
it's like follow through.
To quote Kobe, job's not finished. Job finished?
Your job wasn't finished, Betty White. Kobe would be disgusted. Dude. He's gonna go up there and obviously Betty White's gonna be in basketball heaven. There's different heavens. And Betty White, I don't know how, but I think she balled in like college or something. She's in basketball heaven.
Yeah.
Comes up there, Kobe's like gonna backslap, be like, "What are you doing, dude? Come on. You can't be on my team."
Do you think she was just a vicious racist? And then when she turned 60, like things started changing in society?
Like, hey, dude, what's going on here?
What's going on here? These other colors, they're not that bad.
Pictures of Betty White when she was like a young person. Different. It's weird. You just look completely different.
She's older than Disney. Well, she was older than Disney.
That's a really good your mom joke. Your mom's so old, she's older than Disney.
She's literally older than Mickey fucking Mouse.
You literally look like a different human when you're young and when you're old.
Yeah. I wonder how I'm going to look. Probably just bitter. Just round.
You're going to look bitter as a description?
Yeah. It's going to be bitter.
She looks weird. People just looked weird when she was young. She looked like she was on a... This is a New York Post thing that says, fans convinced Betty White's death is a hoax. Fake, dude. Fake news.
I wonder if she was a metaverse fan.
She's been trying to tap into the longevity community and really try to ride out this oldness as a sickness thing. She's really over it.
Over it.
You think you're like pissed a little bit if you didn't make 100 and you're like, maybe you know a little bit you're about to die in Betty White and you're like, dang, dude, lame.
Yeah, or like she wasn't even sick or anything. She just died. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's still... Oldness is a sickness, eh?
Apparently she hadn't left the house since COVID started, so probably didn't have that.
Maybe, she was just stressing about being 100 and her wrinkles.
Maybe her heart was just like, I'm done.
Wrinkleless.
She was like so old when she was at her prime on television. So it's a long life.
The only Betty White I know is old.
Fucking, what was it? The Golden Years or the Golden Girls? Was that what she was on?
I think so. I saw a picture the other day.
There's a rare condition this day and age. Is that the Golden Girls song?
No, that's Family Matters.
Oh, shit. The newspaper page. Let me see if I remember the Golden Girls song.
Did you watch the Golden Girls?
Nah, but Family Guy used to do a lot of parodies of old shows because Seth MacFarlane was that kind of guy. And so I just knew a bunch of songs to shows I never watched.
What day did she die?
Yesterday.
There's a People exclusive article on December 28th, and yesterday was December 31st, 2021. People put out an article December 28th, 2021 at 8 a.m. entitled, Betty White reveals her secrets to a happy life at 100. Quote, I'm so lucky to be in such good health.
Damn. Did she really say that, though?
And at the top, it says in italics, Betty White has sadly died since the publication of this article. Her rep confirmed to People on December 31st, the beloved actress who was participated in this interview with People just a few weeks before her death was 99. Oh, and you know what the first line of this article is?
What?
Betty White is gearing up to celebrate her centennial birthday on January 17th.
Jesus.
Follow through, Betty.
What do you do when you're 100? Like,
probably wish you were dead.
Probably just like wish that your body wasn't in pain.
I was watching and I like to read the longevity stuff of like science trying to like cure aging. Watch a documentary. Would you what's your prime age you want to live to? Like, if you could live a long time, would you want to live a long time?
No sickness. I feel great all the time.
Sure.
Maybe.
You want to see multiple generations?
Warren Buffett's like 91.
Yeah.
And Charlie Munger, his pal, is like 98, and I remember he said something like, "Oh, like I'm the king of compounding or something." And he was like kind of bragging. I'm like, dude, you're 97. Like, what are you gonna do with all this money? Like, who cares?
Do you
So
think
I'm
you're
thinking,
gonna be bored at a certain age?
I wanna be young enough to like be able to like enjoy stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna be bored for sure. Maybe like late 80s.
But it will probably be by the time a handful of decades from now that 100 is going to be lower than the life expectancy in the future.
That could be true. It could be
People
like
right now that
120,
are 20 will probably live longer than 100.
probably. You think like it's just gonna be so crazy? Like people easily live to 200.
I mean,
That might be
80
pushing it.
years ago, people lived to like 60 or something. It's, you know,
Yeah,
the
100
graph,
years ago.
the graph says up.
Everyone was living to like 30. That's why people were having kids at 12.
That means people going to need more money, more food, more water, more shelter.
Space to live. Yeah, we got to get to Mars.
Elon
gotta
was
get to
right,
the
dude.
moon.
He fucking figured it out, dude.
Yeah, well, Elon's the moon guy, and Jeff Bezos is no. Elon is the Mars guy, and Jeff Bezos is the moon guy.
Okay.
No.
There's
I'm
also-
sorry. Jeff Bezos wants us to keep our like production and stuff on Mars, and he wants us to live on Earth because he says Earth is the best planet by far for humans. And Elon's like, nah, we got to get to Mars. Kind of with Jeff Bezos on this one,
You like the Earth?
because like Mars is hella cold. It's like colder than any place on Earth.
That's it. You could do cool like science stuff if it's really. I guess you have to get colder than cold, but there's cool science stuff you can do with like cold, like photons.
I guess you gotta like, will we like live in a dome or something?
I would assume. There's actually okay. I've been watching. There's a hack I figured out. It's called old iPad minis with no social media or anything to look at it. So I just been like on an iPad mini reading stuff and watching Amazon Prime documentaries, which is dope. There was one documentary. I don't think it was Mars, but it's something that's very interesting. Is people want to virtually like upload stuff to Saturn's moon. So you kind of have avatars of people like working like machines and robots, kind of. I haven't finished the documentary, but there's a few things I've been reading about virtual avatars on Saturn's moon. So that's another multi-planet thing that people might want to try to figure out.
Are you excited for the Space Force?
What are they doing?
It's just the next military branch that's going to be in space. They're called, instead of soldiers, they're called Guardians.
Oh yeah,
We're definitely getting into the Star Wars age.
I mean,
The next couple centuries.
they unveiled it during the Trump admin. Has there been
Yeah.
new news for Space Force stuff?
Not really. Just like they unveiled, I think like the uniforms and what they're going to call them. I'm sure there has, but I haven't really been following it that much. But like the people that are probably going to be Guardians probably aren't even born yet. So
Let's see. Oh, they got some acquisitions. Oh yeah, dude. I like this. It's called breakingdefense.com. Shout out also DARPA. I forgot what DARPA stands for, but you can look up what's it stand for? Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, where the U.S. military science branch that like makes cool science stuff sometimes. You could see what they're like investing in on DARPA.mil. I thought it was pretty cool. Extreme optics,
DARPA.
driven and non-equilibrium quantum systems. Also been reading a little quantum stuff. Deep purposeful learning.
Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency. Wasn't the internet called ARPA or ARPANET at first?
There was one thing that DARPA was very famous for innovating on. It might have been internet stuff, but there was one very public thing that the military was funding for the public.
I guess ARPANET made the internet. Its initial
That was
purpose was to link computers at Pentagon-funded research institutions over telephone lines. Whoa!
Shout out defense.
The internet Ever heard of it?
On it.
It's gonna be big.
You think so?
Nah, it's a fad. It's a phase. Like, what can you do? What can you do on the internet? Like, text people or something?
Yeah.
Like, you can't do anything cool. You can't work. You can't do videos. You can't build anything. It's lame.
You're right.
It's a fad. Computers will never be smaller than refrigerators, ever. And no one will have a computer in their home.
That's that line of sarcastic role playing does make me say, why? Remember cloud computing and physical servers? Why can't cloud computing be freaking photons or something?
I just had this conversation with my friend, and he was like talking about engineers, like the people that make stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I was saying that like the people that don't engineer usually are the people that push stuff forward.
Mm-hmm.
And I used Steve Jobs as an example. And I was like, he would consistently ask his engineers to build stuff that was like, that had never been made before. Like, Andy, make the computer talk, goddammit. Like, make it say hello. Oh, I can't do it. We'll figure it out. So then, like, I would just like push them to do it, like keep trying things. And then eventually, like, so I think it takes someone that doesn't know the limitations to push the people.
Yeah. I remember there was kind of like a layer of like categories of types of people in like just public, but I think people who are engineering kind of have to innately be very present oriented to make things.
I see that. I see that so hard
as a popular percentage.
My engineering friend is like, dude, the metaverse, as you're talking about it, it's not going to be in our lifetime. I'm like, bro, it's going to be so in our lifetime. It's going to be like in the next 10 years.
Been in our lifetime for like 20 years.
Yeah, like he also doesn't use social media, so he's not like super into the culture. But yeah,
the greatest thing that Facebook ever did with the rebranding was convince people that what they're experiencing as a metaverse now hasn't existed for like a decade. Shout out to Penguin. But man, once just get some cool goggles, man. Microsoft Mesh, always a fun thing to look at.
I talk about the metaverse a lot, but I don't have any VR goggles.
I know, man. I was because one, at a certain point, I know that it will be a little bit limited. If I get like an Oculus or something, I'll probably use it for like a couple weeks unless I find something really like cool I could sink my teeth into and like create stuff with. And but it's I agree.
Apparently people already have jobs in the metaverse.
The Facebook clip.
Yeah.
the metaverse guide.
Yeah, whatever that was.
I mean, people are making bank creating like parcels on the decentralized worlds. Like you could make ETH on ETH to make homes on Sandbox or crypto voxels or Decentraland. And that's just from cats like probably building Minecraft things. Like people built Minecraft like monoliths in like museums. And if you know a little bit of code, you could hop in and get paid for stuff. I'm sure there was a Minecraft monetary system going on for people making stuff.
Yeah. Who the heck texted me?
How was your New Year's? Did you do anything? Did you think about anything?
It was chill. I had some friends over. We drank some alcohol and chilled. It was pretty relaxing. Yeah, it was chill. What'd you do?
You know me, man. I read some books and made some beats.
Yeah. What's new in the news? What?
Plan any New Year things in November?
Plan like any resolutions?
Yeah. I say people should do that like 2 months out from December. But I mean, doesn't have to be New Year based, but it's 12 months is usually the time humans look back and forward.
I have some goals that are like So the first is to hit 1 million on TikTok.
Nice.
The second is to hit 100,000 on YouTube.
Nice.
And I kind of want the YouTube one more because it's always been my dream since I was a wee lad to just make a living off of YouTube. And I feel like I finally have a good in. So I'm just going to go crazy.
Via
just make-
TikTok?
Yeah, because the TikTok has gotten me like, well, one of my videos is doing okay. I did a Coinbase versus Coinbase wallet video. What's the difference? And if you look up Coinbase wallet, it's like the second or third video to come up. And it's like 8,000 views. And that video has gotten me 100 subscribers. And TikTok alone has gotten me like 500. So I'm sitting around like 600 something.
81K TikTok, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. I was going really hard. I was doing 2 TikToks a day for like 5 weeks. And I can easily do that, but like I was getting to the point where I was running out of like stuff to talk about, and I didn't have enough time to. Well, yeah, I didn't like have enough like time to research stuff, you know. And I was like, okay, I don't want to talk about something I don't know about. So then I went down to 1 video a day, and that's kind of doing well. So I might just stick to that. But doing that, it's hard to do YouTube. So I gotta figure out a formula to like do both.
Have you not uploaded all these on YouTube?
So you can only do shorts that are up to a minute, and most of mine are over a minute, which is dumb. YouTube, fix it.
Probably clips them up. Yeah, that is annoying.
Fix it. It's like if you're gonna copy TikTok, Instagram too. This goes for you. Don't half-ass it. Like copy all their features. You know.
And they're slowly doing a little more things. I'd clip up those and then short it up on YouTube, dude. I'm sure we'll get at least something.
Yeah, I think one of them did okay. He only got like 100 views, but I could probably throw them all up. But my strategy for this, at least to get to monetization, is number one, evergreen content, stuff that like beginners will look up because that like does well, and like super long videos like talking about like a white paper or something. Because the people that are really into a certain coin will watch like most of it, and that alone is like 30 minutes of watch time. So
you on live on TikTok yet?
I haven't. I'm afraid. I don't know what to do.
Just fucking talk, dude.
Yeah, I could. I could just talk.
You got to do that. It's a nice community building thing.
I have an email list.
Heck yeah, I'm looking at it.
I think how many subscribers do I have? I currently have
Out of 80K TikTok followers.
33.
Man.
And I started like 2 weeks ago. So my thing there is to just build that up. I send out an email every week on Monday just about like stuff I'm researching. And my thing is to build that up to like a couple thousand and then like sell them something, like maybe a course or whatever.
Heck.
And also the juice is all these, like most of these monetization things, by the way, I've learned on TikTok since TikTok doesn't fucking pay shit. Fucking consulting. I have like this page where I'm like, yo, if you don't understand this, call me and I'll talk to you. 2 people call me regularly. One, I'm not gonna like say who they are, but they're both like older people. And they're just like, oh, I don't get it. Like my son won't explain it to me. He's a dick. Can you explain it to me, please?
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've also kind of gone towards that route, but that calling thing is funny because like it kind of goes towards older people, like literally calling you.
Yeah, they so what happens is
So old.
they book a time on the website. He gives them a number to call. He gives me a number to call. We both call. I talk like I'm talking to my friend about crypto or whatever. I hang up and then it just says you've made $40 or $45 or something.
Funny.
It's like literally it's pretty easy. But yeah, I just gotta build that up. That'll definitely grow. But just the consistency on the talk is the fuel to the fire.
Nice, man. Proud of you. That's really dope.
Thanks, man.
You got the seedling for billions, Heike.
Oh, sweet.
I mean, layer up, but I mean,
Yeah.
The first thing, I mean, like money, not followers.
There's a lot of people that talk like about crypto. Not a lot, but they have like hundreds of thousands of subscribers on YouTube. I've never heard of them, and I know they're just making bank, and their videos are just like, "Hey guys, it's Saturday, January 1st. Bitcoin's up this much today. Ethereum's down this much today. Okay,
Yeah.
see you tomorrow."
That's also a thing, like, a type of a fear I have is I don't want to have to keep up with, like, price of Bitcoin as content.
Yeah, I try not to talk about price of anything.
Yeah.
I try to just talk about like the tech.
Like, it's hard to talk, a little bit hard to talk about macro stuff with crypto right now. Besides, like, I was reading a thing with Kevin O'Leary, was talking to Forbes about crypto, and I think it's a smart mindset and what kind of like capital firms are look at it as, which is like software. So you could kind of look at like utility and things that the projects are doing as topics instead of like coins.
Yeah,
which is more enticing, at least selfishly, to my brain. But I don't know if a lot of people like that.
sometimes I gotta remind myself, like, yo, like most people are beginners. Just think of the most basic question you can think of and make a video of it, and those do the best.
Yeah,
Like even something as simple as what is Ethereum,
yeah.
you know, because that's like something shareable.
Storytellers, man, the art of storytelling.
Yeah, it's fun.
Um,
Great stuff. TikTok's awesome
It's something, man.
when you leverage it for good.
The ratio of followers to conversions, though.
Yeah. Okay. So this is my thing about TikTok. I consider TikTok very cheap traffic.
Yeah.
Right? It just like brings everybody in, and then I got to create this funnel for people that actually give a shit about me. So that's the YouTube subscribers. That's I consider that medium give a shit if they subscribe to the email. Like a B plus give a shit if they call me for consulting. A plus give a shit. Like I can sell them something if I needed to.
Hot.
Yeah. So it's like a bottlenecked funnel that I'm trying to
Definitely
make.
Hit up. I know. Something like I don't know, premium service that gets you a week of on a Zoom conference call a week plus exclusive insights and whatnot. It's an easy subscription service for people.
Yeah.
$250 a year, $100 a month or something.
Those subscriptions are the juice.
Shout out to Sam Cart. Got any headlines, man?
Got any headlines?
Things you saw over the past few weeks?
I definitely did see some stuff. But, I forgot. They finally changed the name of the Staples Center. It's kind of sad.
What does it look like? They got their little lion head up there.
Yeah, they did put it up. Or they did it. Last time I saw it, it had said nothing. It was just the center. But
They got it on the top, but I don't know. I don't see the side where it says Staples.
yeah, I watched a documentary last night about. You remember there was a fight in 2004 between who was it? The Pistons and I don't know, whatever team Ron Artest was on, and like basically like yeah, everyone was like fighting the fans.
Yeah, so it's the Malice in the Palace, big one.
Malice in the Palace. I had never heard of that before. I was like, damn, this is crazy. Wish I was there so I can get some punches in.
What was the distributor of the documentary?
It was on Netflix. Was it on Netflix? I think it was on Netflix. But I was like, damn, they literally take anything and make it just a 2-hour documentary that looks like a movie.
That is one of the biggest like flaws in sports. But like what they talk about. What was the first, second, third act?
I didn't get to the third act, but they had everybody that was like involved and they interviewed them. So they had like fans that were there. Like the guy that like threw one of the first punches, he was there. They interviewed the players, the coaches. They're all like the big storyline was how the media immediately like turned on the players and said that the players instigated it,
Yeah.
which may or may not have been true, but like there was definitely no two sides to the story, even though there was footage of like people throwing stuff at the players and like starting the whole, because I don't know if you remember, but like what made the thing go on was, I guess there was a kerfuffle on the court, and one of the players was like, the fans don't know that like all of us are like friends, so like if we get into a disagreement, it's not real fighting, and like no one wants to fight because like we get paid a lot. So there was like a little kerfuffle, and the crowd started getting riled up, and Ron Artest, like, he was laying down on the scoreboard table or something, which was like super not cool. But while he was laying on there, somebody threw like, I don't know, a beer or something at him.
Yeah.
And then he like went into beast mode and like ran into the stands, like skipping 6 rows at a time per step, and then just started beating down some guy. And then like that's when shit just went wild. And I'm thinking to myself, like, what if I had been at that game, like as a child? Like what like probably would have fucked.
Walk away from the epicenter of punches of 6-7 dudes.
Imagine just like an NBA player just like jumps on you and starts wailing on you.
They're big, man. I'm a tall guy, and they're all tall. Like, I'm the smallest person in the NBA.
It's like peak athleticism.
literally peak human right there.
Just going
from the top to the bottom of just, you look like you might have been throwing a beer.
I don't get it. But yeah, that was fun. Do you know anything about, super off topic, but do you know anything about treasury tokens, DAOs, things?
No. For like countries?
No, they're like have you ever seen those coins with like 500,000% APY or whatever? So I was looking into those because I was like, dude, these are a scam, a capital SCAM.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was doing some research, and I'm gonna mess up how they work, but I'm gonna try. So apparently it's just all smart contracts, and what you do is you get the coin, and they incentivize you to stake it, and they use that staking thing that you gave them, put it in a treasury, and that is supposed to back the currency, so that essentially the currency has like a floor that it won't go lower than. And it's the opposite of Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is deflationary. So this would be like the US dollar. It's inflationary. It starts with a small amount and then gets bigger over time. The more people like stake, and like as like more people like get into it and the price goes up, the APY goes down, and then eventually it's supposed to be like a stable coin that's backed by a basket of assets. Damn, I explained that pretty well. But yeah, that's basically it. But I don't know, like, it's still like, it was started with this coin called Olympus DAO.
Yeah.
And then they have like this thing where like anybody can make their own version of the coin. So like they're popping up everywhere. And I think that once people like get like knowledge of this, it's going to be the next like NFT bank run. Like the first being meme coins, second being NFTs, third being this.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people were kind of predicting that like this year would be DAO run. I had heard of Olympus before, and a lot of people are kind of like, even like the Constitution DAO stuff hit headlines. I think more people are going to probably go towards that this year than NFTs last year.
Yeah, NFTs are...
the art stuff is kind of weird. Plus, money things will happen in the non-NFT world that are going to affect the NFT world. So says some people.
When people call me, the first thing they ask is, so NFTs? And I'm like, no. Like, stay away. Like, just look from afar. Let's tell them the tech will be here, but do not pull out your life savings to buy one of these JPEGs.
Yeah.
It's
look for a cool utility at least.
Yeah.
And the time to do that, gamble is probably not now.
Probably not at the hottest point.
Even a few months ago was a little... I only did like 2 things one thing completely ended because the creators didn't know how to code. So now it's an NFT ghost land. It's pretty interesting. There'll be a cool documentary or article, at least, of people featuring NFT community ghost lands, ghost towns of NFTs that failed and have left a quiet Discord.
Quiet Discord and left millions in financial ruin.
Yeah, people are going to go into DAOs. I didn't know that the Olympus DAO was basically off of that, because there's other coins that have this system of staking that penalizes people for taking it out so they can make a floor. But I'm not sure if that was 1-to-1 with what Olympus is doing. But Olympus is definitely one of the things that I've heard people talk about frequently in big DAOs. Because they also have stuff. Like, they're not doing nothing, apparently. I think that was like one of the earliest Discords I kind of joined with like crypto stuff, but I don't frequent it.
Olympus?
Yeah.
I wonder why is Discord the go-to thing?
It's really
The
good.
best?
Like, I hate, like, it's you have a bit more features than another chat room. There's a lot of bots that you can put in that do cool things. You can do roles easily. There's different chat rooms. It's kind of like a shinier version of a 2D chat room. The user interface is very not friendly. It's very not intuitive. It was made for gamers. Kind of evolved from that, just as a hub of communication. You voice chat, video chat. Microsoft was about to acquire them, but it fell through, I believe. There's a cool video about their ascent to prominent mind share in the world. About the BizDoc, dude. Shout out. I don't know. There's not a lot of other chat rooms that have multiple features that are very cool.
So that Radio Shack coin that I sent you,
Yeah.
basically, it's basically that. For people that don't know, Radio Shack, the hot electronics retailers of the 80s, is making a pivot to crypto DeFi, owned by the one and only Ty Lopez of Here in My Garage fame. So it's the same thing as Olympus DAO, except it's incredibly centralized. They like centralize the whole thing. So their thing is
Just more staking.
Yeah, when businesses are on blockchain and doing stuff, or when they make their own crypto or whatever, we want them to switch to Radio token.
Yeah.
And then that'll switch to whatever thing the consumer is using. So they want to be the bridge, kind of like PayPal or Square.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking like, yo, if you're going to be this centralized, why not just make PayPal or Square? You know, if you're going to use crypto, like, because it's still slower than PayPal or Square, you know?
Yeah. That model is a model frequently used of like, use this to swap with other things instead of this other token.
Yeah.
The business side is a little different. Like, if a business wants to use crypto, you can use this as a stable coin or to swap, is what they're offering.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you can, I guess it is all just like whoever markets it the best and whoever gets the most users, but it's very not a competitive advantage that I can think of. Unless you have all these businesses, which you might have an edge if you have a bunch of those brick and mortar stores.
Well,
could be what they're thinking.
He does own Pure One.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, if you have all of those brick and mortar stores, you could have a little bit of an edge for small to medium sized businesses like that who want to get into crypto somehow for whatever reason. Like, what crypto things does Radio Shack offer for them? Just swapping into other crypto?
So like if Pure One wanted to make Pure One coin, they would make it on Radio Shack's thing.
Their Uniswap / token launcher, I'm assuming they have.
Yeah, so instead of going from Pure One coin to DAI to wrapped Ether to whatever, it would just be from Pure One coin to Radio to Ethereum or whatever you're using. You know, which is cool. And they have like a bunch of, like, he owns a bunch of stores already. And he said in the white paper, like, people already know Radio Shack and they already kind of trust it. So we kind of have a leg up. And the thing I do like is that it's all like public. Like you can see where all the money's going because it is the blockchain. But it's just like the opposite of what crypto was made for. But, you know, it could probably work.
For some people. There's a lot of things that centralization is kind of needed or wanted, but they just want digital currency. Like some people don't care about the decentralization.
I think it's centralized because he has like the gas fee is split up crazy. He has like a wallet for the two founders and then a wallet for the corporation. Like that's fine. Corporations got to make money. And then like a wallet that's like a secret. And then like a lot of stuff in the white paper was like, we'll get back to this later, coming soon. So like,
interesting. But
yeah.
I do think that is kind of a bit of an edge. If you have what did he have? Seven old brick and mortar stores that he acquired.
He has
a handful at least.
Maybe like 10. I don't recognize.
If you have a
of
bunch
them.
of those, you incorporate digital currency somehow in a way that is appealing for other stores to use. You have the pivotal point for those stores being your Radio Shack token. And you create an ecosystem up from that could be possible. It definitely, like it said, there's more marketing in Radio Shack than these other newer DeFi things. Even though this isn't DeFi, it's CeFi.
Yeah, it is CeFi. He owns Zeusk.
What was that, shoes?
Nah, it's a dating app. Oh, his partner started Zeusk in 2007. I think I've heard about that.
I could see it working. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he builds up an ecosystem of brick and mortar digital. What is he offering people, though? Just digital currency stuff? Like, you said that. So if people want a digital currency, instead of going through a bunch of other stuff where you have to learn what to do as a company, you have this brick and mortar company. Hey, we're a company just like you. We know how to do it. Go through RS.
So he says he wants to minimize slippage. If you don't know what slippage is the difference between what you want to pay and the market price.
Mm-hmm.
And he says his cure for that is super deep liquidity. So that just means that you stake your radio token and then you can't take it out.
Yeah, like I
huge
said,
red flag.
The model
Huge
that
red flag.
A lot of people use. Like that's what Safer Moon was. That was.
Could you not unstake?
You get penalized.
That's like
monetarily for that's like most of people making tokens copied SafeMoon to make like a staking thing that pumps up the price. And you big market forward of like, yo, if you stake this, your money goes up even though you can't unstake without a penalty. And like if you have nothing else besides that, like most of those projects had nothing else besides if you stake, you get rewards from people staking stuff. That was the project for tens of thousands of projects, probably.
So just a Ponzi scheme.
I mean, it's decentralized, though. So. Like, and you get rewards. So, like,
a lot of these are Ponzi schemes. I'm not afraid to admit it.
I mean, it's there's very cool things. Like I said, there's people that I like to listen to that are like hedge fund bankster dudes that are very into DeFi now, and to see the projects that they like that are interesting to them is very eye opening because like this stuff, it's been tricked to people to make it sexy and fun and cool, and it kind of is at some points just because price goes up and there's like memes, but it really is boring monetary digital code. And to see like hedge fund managers getting into like there's one thing people shows index coop, which is like a index token. It's also a DAO, and like see like stats behind that of like stats that bank people would nerd out on, but it's like DeFi tokens and basically baskets of tokens. Like they have like an index token for DeFi and Internet of Things. So like indexing stuff, which is people don't really care about mostly. And, but that is kind of the main use people, or at least one of the main uses that like DeFi does.
What if Wells Fargo did the same thing, but like just made a Wells Fargo coin and you use Wells Fargo coin to swap and they were super deep liquidity or whatever? I think people would for sure trust that, and they wouldn't care that it's centralized because Wells Fargo is already centralized.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying, where most of these people essentially like don't care if something is decentralized, unless you're one of the pirates that said, yo-ho, crypto, we don't like banks and we don't like government. But at the same time, technology makes it easier for governments and banks to do payment stuff. It's payment. It's payments. That's what this is.
If there was another housing crash or market crash, I'm sure people would care about decentralization all over again.
Yeah.
But, you know, that was kind of, at this point, what? That was 12, 13 years ago?
That's probably, I mean, that's what it stemmed out of, right? And there's probably other motives that whoever made it had for doing it, but that was kind of the like public catalyst of like, hey, obviously these people are doing things behind walled gardens that are bad for people's money. So this is literally everything that can be done with this code, and it's public. I'm sure there's myriads of shadowy motives other people could have had, but you could have the infrastructure layered on based off of that, of like going forward. Like I said, transparency, if that is what people want, you'll see more companies be more transparent. And you saw it with like that index coop. You see like all of these really cool stats of like research stuff that usually people didn't have to look at for like banks and stuff. But if you're a DAO and your stuff is on blockchain, you can see all the money and all the stats. So it's kind of just, you know, as I've said before, an evolution of the internet and how institutions work, but you haven't added on incentive to be more transparent with people.
Can you still call it a DAO though, if it's not decentralized or autonomous?
I mean,
it's just
no, but I'm talking about things that are actually DAOs and decentralized. But even then, it's like a lot of people are going to be like, all right, like if this does go downhill, like as things goes downhill, people want more authoritarian stuff. It's a historical cycle of, if in crisis, most people en masse want someone to solve it and say, I can solve this.
Even if it's the authoritarian's fault?
Probably not. But some people...
like, because like with COVID, a lot of people were like, government, please step in and help everything. But with 2008, people were like, government, get the fuck out of the way. Yeah.
That's an interesting point. But, I mean... the government did do things in 2008 that stopped it. And COVID, at least, I think the super tight restriction on stuff probably slowed a lot of the things down. But you see in history that when things kind of go downhill, the majority of population will probably be like, yeah, where's leadership? If that happens with DeFi, you might have, I mean, with payment stuff and regular people, you have people wanting, be like, yo, where's my support call? I can't call support.
You can't, but you know, that's why you have people like me. Book a call, clary.fm/bonjin. I got you.
Centralized, dude.
Centralized.
It's cycles. It's cyclical, man. Up and down, up and down, up and down.
Do you know who Alex Hormozi is?
Don't think so.
think you may have posted one of his things before, but I've never found more value in a person on YouTube than this gentleman. He first of all, he starts this spiel with, "I'm not selling you anything. I'm already rich. I don't need your money. I'm just trying to share knowledge."
Mm-hmm.
And he has a couple companies that all collectively do like 80 million a year in revenue. And 5 years ago, he had like as much money as me, which is like not a lot. So now he's just like, yeah, this is what you got to do if you want to get acquired. Like, this is what if you're stuck at 30,000 a month, this can get you to 100,000 a month. Here's how you deal with bad employees, just fire them or whatever. It's like, so like his podcast is crazy good. And he makes a lot of TikToks as well. But like,
I have seen his face before.
yeah, and all of his stuff is free. I read his book. That gave me some good nuggets of information in terms of like charging people.
Mm-hmm.
He was saying like, because when I was figuring out what to charge for consulting, he was like, look, like most people don't want to spend hours doing research. They just want the answers. And a lot of people have the money to like do it. So they'll happily pay $100 to like get a grasp on something, especially if it's going to help their business or something.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I'm going to target just people with money and see how that goes. And whenever I tell my immediate peers like how much I'm charging, they all say, lower the price, lower the price, lower the price. And I'm like, why would I do that? Because I have 2 clients right now and I've made more money just from them, you know? Instead of lowering the price, I could have 5 clients that pay me less, that aren't as engulfed in the knowledge because they don't have to pay that much. I'd rather have someone that's like, yo, this guy's charging a lot, so I'm going to pay attention, you know?
Premium for people that really care and less hassle. The rest is free for people who don't want to do that.
Yep. And he said raising your prices too, like you just get rid of all the bullshit questions.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a meme of like $10,000 client says nothing and a $100 client says, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Do something. And then, you know, the clients that cause you more damage, either just freaking mentally or like structurally.
How many clients would you need? How many $100 clients would you need to make $10,000? 100? Is that math right?
I think it's a little bit more, but I'm not really sure off top. I'm gonna do the math.
Get the calculator.
How sad is that, dude?
It's not sad because we got the tools right here.
I mean,
Fucking what?
but just quick, you know, it's 100. 100 times 100 is 10,000.
Albert Einstein said, someone asked him a question. He was like, why would I know that off the top of my head? It's already in books. I can just look it up.
True. But you know,
So yeah, 100. Dealing with 100 people asking bullshit questions versus dealing with one person
Yeah.
that's serious. Like,
That will probably use it in a more valuable fashion.
but you got to make sure that if you're charging that much, like your shit has to be good. So you can't like bullshit
it's also
people.
incentive for you to, you know, be well.
Yeah. So it's just a win-win for you. You make more money and your thing is better. So yeah.
That is I think capitalism at work.
So raise your prices. He also said something interesting too. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say premium for premium users and the rest is free for everybody who wants it. And you can sprinkle in literally what you get to premium users, but the free users probably won't use it anyways.
Yeah. So he has meetings with like billionaires and stuff that like give him business mentorship. He said this one guy said he was a billionaire and he was old and he was like, profit is like unnatural. So you really have to like work against the grain to make like good profit. You like really got to make somebody's life better to like
It's a nice nugget.
make a profit on something. Yeah, I was like, bruh, I'm listening to this for free, dude. Chill, dude. These are
That's
some
nice.
some good value.
It is unnatural.
Yeah.
Dang. That's literally like 40 years of someone's like work and like experience in like a sentence. It's amazing.
Yeah. That compounding knowledge.
That's a beautiful sentence. Is that what you're gonna say?
Yeah, that was what I was
Oh,
saying.
okay. Who else is dead?
We got DMX died this year. Was that this year?
Yeah, I don't know.
Some other people.
And I also
died.
got Apple News, and that tapped into the iPad Mini. This iPad Mini is like 2013. It's really slow, and I think that like works to my advantage.
No,
Phones are such a distraction, bro. Phones and a computer. It's just real. It's so bright. It's so super stimulative.
they're bad, especially at the gym.
It's there's someone that was like his whole thing. Shout out to him. Like his stuff, but hyper focus equals cutting out all the like overstimulant stuff. And the only way you can win at something is hyper focus. A phone is so distracting, dude. I had some like time and away from my phone, and even with an iPad Mini, there was just hours that I would probably be on a phone or on like YouTube or something on not ideal time usage, put into a cool book or iPad reading or news or something.
When I take my phone to the gym, I'm in there for like 3 hours. But when I don't, I'm in there for an hour. It's horrible.
Oh man,
Horrible.
very stimulative.
It's the worst thing. I gotta read a book just because I feel like my eyes need it.
Yeah. It's literally, you feel the difference.
It's like you're cleansing your brain
Yeah.
of just horse shit. From social media.
It's literally something physical, man. It's like there's a lot of information. Maybe it's the
everyone's
app. I don't even
depressed.
think it's the app specifically. Like it's just a lot, and your head takes it all.
We gotta deal with this somehow. Steve Jobs knew too. He knew it was coming.
What
So I
did he
didn't let his kids use it.
say? That's what Tim Cook says. So Tim
someone
Cook's like,
said-
yo, I gotta stay away from that stuff.
Yeah, so I was like, yo, Steve, your kids love the iPad, right? And he was like, nah, they haven't used that shit. Are you kidding me? They're not allowed to use tech at the table.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe get a software app that is in that stuff that helps people, but like
They do. They have it. No one uses it.
Like,
Screen
it's just-
time.
You have to sway people's addictiveness, which is very hard. And most people want people addicted to their app and not other apps. And that means less health, probably.
When you think about it too, when did this start? This smartphone revolution, 2008, 2007?
Let's say.
And then apps really didn't get like popular until like 2010. So it's really been around for 11 years or so.
Shout out Angry Birds.
How are things going to be in 2030, 2040? Way worse, probably.
What was addictive in the past? What was technology addictiveness the same thing as in the past as it is with smartphones?
I do remember there was a period when I was addicted to watching TV.
I'm
Before
sure
smartphones.
the physical chemistry of it is a little different, but that might have been something similar.
Yeah, I just
It would be interesting to see if in the past there has never ever been addictiveness towards a technology, however primal, than smartphones. And if that's true, that's pretty remarkable.
People just used to sit around watching the fire. I
I
still
did
watch the
too.
fire today. That shit's entertaining as hell.
It's
like,
bright.
It's a great
Fire.
storyline. Today's episode.
I also put all my devices at the warmest light for like the blue lighting settings,
Oh yeah.
just as a thing.
I try not to look at my phone first thing I do when I get up, but sometimes I fail.
Yeah, you got it. That's a good thing.
Or
I do
last
look
thing
at
when I go to bed.
technology when I look up though, but it's different, man. I swear it's different, bro. It's not the same. I'll look at an old PC, and I did start having my iPad in the corner. iPad's different though. I like that iPad, man. Also, Apple News. Apple News is the business. I like it.
Damn, wait till you get your hands on one of the newer iPads. They're just too clean.
I might not.
I tried. I was using my dad's. I was like, bro, I just want to buy this right now. It's just so smooth. It's like the perfect thing.
Why is it good?
It's just fast. The gestures, it's fast as hell. It's
I feel
smooth.
like it's old, right? It's like 2013. It's laggy.
Yeah,
it
yours
sucks
is
to use.
awful.
And I kind of want to skew towards lag. I feel like it might be beneficial.
Really? It's worse for your eyes, too.
Oh no, my eyes.
Well, not the lag, just the screen resolution. But
Yeah, that screen
Just-
resolution would be dope.
how's the battery?
Horrible.
I bet.
Gotta plug it in.
This guy,
It's actually not,
Charges.
like it's not the worst. I'm sure maybe with more usage now it's gonna really deteriorate, but it's not the worst.
this guy charges 30 grand to speak.
Get what you get.
It's like, okay, damn, bro. Someday I'll get there.
Pretty easily.
And then I'll go to Hawaii and just jet ski all day. That's what this was really about.
I forgot the jet ski bit.
I love jet ski. It's the only thing I want in my life. Just for hours. I just want to be stuck out there.
I got a bag of books for holidays. Do you do anything for Christmas?
Yeah,
you?
I got some black shirts, my favorite.
Nice.
Love black shirts.
Did you actually get a bag of black shirts?
Yes.
Nice. Book
Got so many black
membership
shirts.
economy.
Membership economy. That sounds
It's a book.
good.
It's probably good for community building. Or at least the YouTube clip that tells you about it. What else? Got a Peter Lynch book. The Future is Faster Than You Think. It's a 2020 book. It's kind of interesting. Talks about like medium term future of like technology. Mastering the Market Cycle. Started listening to Art of War in my ears as the background book.
The Art of War.
Hadn't read it before. It's
I
a nice
haven't
background
either.
book.
I need to read that too.
Peter Lynch. Something about there's a really pivotal sales book by someone. I forget who it was, but I ordered that as well. It's nothing better than just a bunch of books, dude.
Yeah. The time to
bag.
read a bunch of books is nice.
2 hours, 5 hours. Get up in the morning, do your thing.
I gotta get to my job at Radio Shack.
30 minutes.
When was the last time you went to Radio
people
Shack?
get the tokens? Is it even
Oh, no.
public, the token? Is it on?
Not yet.
I
If
can
you
see it
don't
work,
know-
man. I
If
can
you
also
don't
see
know
it
what,
be horrible, but the brick and mortar thing's interesting. That's kind of like the one thing that it has.
yeah, he's saying that I think he's going to use Pure One first as a case study.
That's so fun, dude. You just have at scale experiment for utility of crypto.
They made it seem like all of these are strategic partnerships that just happen to happen, but like if you read in between the lines, you could see that he just owns all these things that he's like connecting.
Yeah. People probably don't know that off top.
Yeah, which is usually how it works.
That's funny. That's fun, man. I like that. Gonna watch him go.
Fucking who else does that really well? Gary Vee does that very well. If he needs something, he just makes a company or an agency around it and then just partners it with his other company or agency.
Yeah, I love his infrastructure is something I admire. Still
Yeah.
barely know what he does, man.
He his main juice is a media like consulting brand agency.
Just like basically nothing.
Basically nothing.
I mean, you have consulting is such a fun thing because like it is in essence just like experience, which can be very valuable, but it's so somewhat intangible unless you make it very tangible.
Well, think about it this way. You got to think of it like a key to unlock more revenue for what you want to do. So if you are making a certain amount of money and you're like, I don't know how to make more money, and I also don't want to spend time learning how to video edit it and social media, let me pay this guy to do it for me.
Experience premium.
Yeah, $30,000 or whatever. Sure, I'll pay $30,000 if he's going to give me 70 grand back.
Save time.
You know? Yeah, time is everything.
An expensive time save.
Yeah, I'm starting to learn that that's all these companies do. They just pay other companies to do the things they don't want to do to help them make more money. And I'm just like, oh, shit. You can own real estate and not have to do anything. You just hire a company to manage it. Sweet.
Make a company to help people.
Yeah, wait, I can just make a company that teaches people how to buy real estate. I don't even need to buy it myself. Sweet. Of course, you got to have the knowledge to do that, but
Which usually comes from
which I don't.
failure.
But yeah, it's just like consulting, especially. I follow this one guy on TikTok. He's our age, and he has an agency where he talks to brands about how to partner with TikTokers, and they pay him a lot of money to do so. And I'm like, okay, let me put myself in his customer's shoes, his client's shoes. If I'm like, I don't know, a wallet company or something, like maybe I would pay for like a 20-minute like meeting with him, so I could be like, hey, dude, where do I start with all this? Because I know all the eyeballs are on TikTok. I have no idea where to start. Like, you're young, you're tapped in. Give me some direction. I'm 55.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's killing it. And then he just makes fucking documentaries about his agency, which like brings him more customers. Like Gary Vee said, document, don't create.
Documenting is fun.
I also follow this other guy. He's a genius. Like brands will comment on these things, be like, hey, can you make me a quick strategy? And they'll be like, okay, so you are an ice cream company. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to make a short series about different flavors of ice cream every day. And then like once a week, you're going to ask people to make up their own thing. And then you're going to make that on a TikTok or something.
White guy, short hair, glasses.
Yeah.
I like him.
He's good. He's good shit.
His niche is content strategy, yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like Dorian, but less angry. Shout out Dorian.
Niche for niche, you know.
Yeah.
Hope he's doing well. Shout out.
Dorian's cool. I think he said something. He was like, last night, and he was like 10 years ago, I was like partying or whatever. I was broke, and now
Still drinking alcohol, Dorian?
now I have $100,000 in my daughter's brokerage account.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, that's hard as fuck, bro. Good for you.
That was also, I think that was a theme of a tweet that was going around, which is very content oriented, taking other people's stuff.
Content was crazy. That guy with the glasses also said something interesting. He was like, in the future, instead of learning public speaking, kids are going to learn how to talk to the camera.
I like that one too.
Because that's where jobs are going. You're going to have to know how to communicate with brands and audiences.
The art of storytelling.
Yeah. I think I'm lucky because I've been like,
I was going to say,
tinkering with it for at least 10 years.
Yeah.
So like I just hopped into it and it was easy, but I can understand how some people are uncomfortable.
Yeah. That plus, I mean, you have to have that skill honed in a bit, plus the expertise of something equals good content that people find value from.
I was watching my super old videos from like 8th grade. So awkward the way I would talk to the camera, but I was like, yo, look at little Johnny go. He's figuring it out.
That's dope, dude. Like I said, very proud.
I should not have stopped online John, but it's all good. It's all good. I made all the videos public again because I'm like, you know what? YOLO. Who cares?
That'll probably be good for community building too.
One day I'll be dead and it won't even matter.
Not
But
at all.
200 years, no one will know who I am.
Unless they do.
Unless they, like, who is older than 200 years that, like, we still talk about? It's just a handful of people, like, Jesus,
capitalists,
Napoleon,
Egyptian guys.
Egyptian. But even I can't even name Egyptians besides like Cleopatra,
I mean, them. Tutankhamun,
Shakespeare.
the young guy. Authors, governments, rulers, inventors.
Anyone today, you think?
You probably have your billionaires. I mean, yeah, your billionaires because you have like your old American auto capitalist guys that you still talk about. So like the people that have quasi monopolies on tech right now.
Like in 200 years, do you think if you ask a kid who was the first black president, they would know?
You might have to think a little bit.
I have to look it up in your brain chip.
Oh man, that stuff's gonna be. I love reading about that stuff, man.
Yeah.
Just like people that are like working on science that are making things cool.
Science.
Yeah,
Tech. Science. It's great.
it would be cool to like have pockets of, even just for like family, like a little virtual thing you could look up what your grandpa was doing and have a hologram of him talking about what he was doing at 10, 15, 25. And
That would be
it's not,
sick.
like, lost.
That's why you got to document stuff today so your kids can have that.
And I think a lot more people our age do that now than the past. I think that's why it's kind of an idea I like, because people that are me, if I'm thinking of being, you know, someone's ancestor in the future, it's a lot cooler and more lack of friction for me to document my life and think about the future and like present that to people that don't exist right now.
I'm very happy that I will be able to show my kids what I was making in college.
Yeah, right. And I think most people this age, or at least a percentage, have that same sentiment.
Yeah, like when you're in it, you're just like not thinking about that. But now I'm just like, dude, like that would be cool to see what my dad was doing in college, but I can't do that.
It's a common thread, do you think, in humans?
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna have my only regret is that I wish I was in it more, but I was the narrator, so it's cool. I just wanted them to see what I looked like.
There's a shot of you.
Yeah, there's plenty of content online of me for them to consume. All the way back to like 13, 12 years old.
That's crazy, huh?
Yeah, I'm looking at some of these videos 10 years ago, 11 years ago.
Time.
That's nuts. 6 years ago?
Having a private space for families to do that rather than public might be something.
This video has 57,000 views.
Which
God.
one? Online John?
Yeah.
That is dope that you've been doing that for a while. But I mean, it culminated into 80,000 TikTok followers.
Yeah, I was going to get back into it eventually. Just had to find the right way.
This is the way.
John Jones keeps coming up.
What's he up to, doing cocaine still?
Probably.
John Jones was so cool for like 20 minutes. He was the coolest dude. He was doing
John
backflips
Jones.
and kicking out people. And then he did
Damn.
cocaine and broke his foot.
Like runner test, just beating people up.
Hey man, his name's Meta World Peace, all right?
Oh yeah, Meta.
Have some respect.
That's kind of ironic since like he was not peaceful in that video. But
That's what most people said when he changed his name. And he also had a lot of incidents where he hit people in the face.
did he go to like India and have like a soul awakening or something?
I vaguely remember that might have been true, but it could also not be true at all. Was he in the documentary?
Mhm.
He's a very fun character.
You know, like sometimes people will like change their names and you kind of want to fuck with them and call them their old name.
Yeah.
I would not call him his old
No one
name.
called him. No one. That's why even you said Ron Artest to this day. I was like, hey man, his name's Meta.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, when he did that, everyone was like, "Yo, I'm not gonna call him Ron Artest."
You gotta be scary to
Ron
get that
Artest
kind
is a
of.
cool name, dude. I like
Yeah.
that name.
It's fine. Ron Artest.
Solid 7. I think it's round on the tongue.
Ron Artest.
All right, man. Anything else? Apple,
Nah.
Microsoft, Google, and all those cats are gonna get into healthcare.
Really?
Yeah, I'll read about it. There's a really cool site called cbinsights.com that has dopest research reports like ever. You need a non-Gmail email to get it, but just like dope reports. Yeah. Let's see what we got here. Facebook preventative health and a provider search tool to use for users to find affordable care in their communities and deploy VR-based medical education tools. Facebook, whatever. Apple, updated watch and iOS to capture health metrics. People can share medical data with their providers. This is what they're doing like right now. And do you know of an Apple subscription-based streaming platform with exercise classes?
Yeah, Apple Fitness Plus.
Okay. Microsoft, $9.7 billion to acquire Nuance, a leader in conversational AI for healthcare. Company also launched Microsoft Cloud for Healthcare, a tech stack for enterprise healthcare organizations that combines AI, automation, low-code app development. Google, AI to diagnose skin conditions, EHR search, don't know what that is. Interoperability solution for payers and a return to work test and trace program for employers. Amazon, man. Amazon has Amazon Pharmacy.
Oh boy.
Amazon Pharmacy, Amazon DX, and Amazon Care, and also AWS for health.
Chill, Jeff, chill.
Amazon is going to freaking 5 minutes you some pills, bro. Plus it knows information about what you need. Ooh, plus Whole Foods. Can you talk about a moat, bro? My goodness. That was just like present day big tech into healthcare. I'll come back with more in-depth stuff, but yeah, future Apple, Amazon, health. Get into it.
That's nuts.
Yeah. Facebook wearable. The wearable market's super fun as well.
Apple Watch just going crazy.
Even more than that. Get some AR into there, man. Get some glasses that can see a little skin deep. I think the Apple Watch can do, it said like something a little deeper than heart rate.
Yeah, blood oxygen.
That's crazy.
That was like the big feature on the Series 6. What I want them to do, which will blow my mind, is it'll know your blood alcohol content, so it can tell you if you're good enough to drive. That would
Not
be
my Apple car.
fucking
No, sir,
crazy.
That's illegal.
Siri will be like, "Yo, dude, I don't think you're good. Maybe pull over and take a nap."
Dude. Do they have a video talking about how they did that?
It's like they do, but too long didn't read. They like shoot like, I want to say infrared, but I don't know. But they like take pictures of your veins or something.
Yeah, it seems kind of like if you get a good enough picture, you can kind of do something.
Yeah, I don't know how accurate it is, but it has to be accurate enough for them to ship it on the watch. So
I'm sure Apple has a little bit of a standard there.
I do like how their heart tracking stuff is. So
Okay.
like if your parents are getting older,
Oh, really?
you can like monitor their health.
Apple Senior Care?
Oh fuck!
The
I was
most,
just make
bro.
a hospital.
That Amazon. I mean, that's what I'm saying, man. Are you kidding, bro? Apple healthcare tools, like
God damn.
equipment. Come on.
Yeah, there's a show on Apple
What they
TV called Swan Song or something, and it's about the future, and like the people wear like contacts, and there's like robots and stuff, and I'm like,
Apple's Black Mirror,
kinda. I'm like,
but
Apple
it's produced by
kinda like
Apple
this.
TV.
Yes.
Oh man, that is literally them giving you the low hanging fruit of what they're about to do. I'm gonna have to watch that.
Yeah. Well, like I don't know if they like made it. They might have just
but I
funded
mean,
it, but
I mean, they basically made Ted Lasso, dude. If it's on
Yeah.
Apple TV, it's very Apple. Man, I didn't know that. Swan Song.
Yeah, it's
That's
called
literally
Swan
telling them,
Song
like,
or
hey,
Swan Dance or something.
This will be the future, but that's like the lowest on the level of what they're doing.
The most like easy thing that could come out of that was the cars they used in there.
Hmm.
It's just like vehicles with 4 seats facing each other, no steering wheel. You just hop in and go.
That's what they're planning. They're telling you, like I say, media gives you what they're planning to do right in your face. And just like most freemium clients, they won't do anything with it. Aquafina?
Oh yeah,
They got
she's in that.
Aquafina on here?
What's with that name?
I only know Aquafina because she was on billboards in LA.
I only know Aquafina because her name's Aquafina. Like if you want to get noticed, that's the way. Just have a crazy name.
Let me see this trailer on mute. There's a pregnant family. Apple Original Films. Oh, it's a movie?
Yes.
Oh. He's going into a doctor's office. Oh, man. Oh, he's doing a whole thing. He's getting flashbacks. He's counting down from 3. Oh, there's something on his temple, bro. He's breathing.
The story is. You want me to ruin it?
No, yeah, go ahead.
The plot is he's sick, and there's a thing where like you can like change bodies into like a clone of yours, but like you won't be able to like see your family ever again because the clone will just like take over.
Digital twin is what people are doing for like enterprise AR stuff, right? So you have digital tracking of cars. You can see metrics of engines and stuff. And this isn't 1-to-1, but it's what popped in my mind. And so you pop on AR goggles and you can see everything wrong with the physical car in a digital form. So if you exponential that a little bit and you have biotech, you could basically harvest either biomatter or digital matter, make a digital twin of yourself, upload your consciousness into that. Fuck. And Amazon had similar, like I said, man, media is telling you the low-hanging fruit of what they're doing. Amazon had that like digital purgatory movie where someone died and they're like their consciousness is in a digital purgatory. So he's uploaded into a digital a twin.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to because he like won't be able to chill with his family anymore. And like the
AI
clone,
or bio or what?
I think it's bio. And I think the clone will have all of his memories, but the clone won't know he's a clone.
Yeah.
So he's like trying to like escape, and the doctor's like, "You're gonna be dead soon, so you got to do this."
Dang. Even
Yeah,
the memories
it's-
you store deep in your subconscious are not going to be there. A clean swap. Where's Aquafina?
Aquafina plays. She's like, I guess she's a clone
Oh,
too,
there she
and
is.
like he's trying to like get some info from her.
What does he end up doing?
I did not finish it. The people I was watching it with got bored and turned it off.
Was it boring?
It wasn't boring, but it was like fresh off of another movie we watched. So
You can't go back to back.
it was raining. There was nothing to do. I was like, fuck it, let's just watch this. Fuck, rent is due today. Shit.
Well,
Oh, fuck.
get a good client prostitution going.
God damn.
Yeah, subscription stuff, man.
The market's bad.
Finally.
I don't want any cash.
Dude, Apple is literally holding up this entire stock market, dude. There's a little 5%. It's crazy. I'm reading books and I'm like, I've experienced so little of like the cycles of stocks that like a 5% down day is like, whoa, what's going on here? Apple literally just freaking up, dude, just holding the economy by its balls. And Amazon and Facebook and all these NASDAQ top 10s.
Tim just doing that good work.
What do they even do? You know, a lot of people buying electronics. A lot of people. It's a lot of cash. They have so much cash, dude.
It's like everything I use to interact with digital anything is made by Apple.
It's true. It's true. Seems pretty valuable.
All right, let's wrap it up.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Yeah, everybody have a great new year. Please wash your hands. Omicron going crazy up in this bitch. So you're going to want to have some fun with that.
Life is not promised, so, you know, make yourself a promise to live it.
Yes.
Sounds pretty cool. See y'all.
See y'all. Peace out.